Hey, how's it going? Hey, Matsko. I don't know. I was just in the mood to play this today. I've been thinking about it for a while. I was like, you know what? Let's have fun. Why not? Okay, title says it all. I think that Black Ops Cold War was the beginning of the end for zombies. I think that it introduced a lot of features that I disagree with, that I think were not very good for the health of the game, and I think that were made even worse in Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7. Hey, Mike. But Cold War was kind of fun. D Machine's a pretty good map, so let's play, shall we? It's been a while. Yeah, what did that cruise do to me? The cruise was a lot of fun. Do I think Cold War should have had difficulties like BO4? I mean, yes. D Machine was the only good thing about the game. Mauer was fun. I don't hate Forsaken. The cruise was a lot of fun. The cruise was very relaxing. I needed some warm weather. Oh my god. I'm so glad I got some warm weather. But now I'm back. And so I said, you know what? Screw it. Let's play. Let's have fun. I just wanted to have a stream and get back into things. And you know what? Listen. Here, okay, I've said this on stream many times.
Happy hunting. This is where it started.
And I still believe this to be true.
Let's get some answers.
Were the excursions any good? Yeah, the excursion, I mean, okay, so my cruise stopped at Cape Canaveral, Florida, which is like next to Orlando. But we didn't get off for that port because there's not really that much. Like, if you're not going to Disneyland or one of the, you know, crazy, yeah, there's not really that much to do.
We believe this location is the cause of the dimensional breaches we've encountered. Strike team,
But
get down there.
I'm trying to... Hold on. This game does not have as many settings that you can change. Like, first of all, I wish I could disable the minimap, but also I just wish I could push the minimap like further up and to the left. But my safe area is like maximum for what my screen size is. No, so we stopped at Cape. Yeah, we went to Coco Cay. That was the second stop, and then the third stop was Nassau, Bahamas. So, Nassau was fun. My grandma and I just, you know, didn't do anything special. We walked around the shops. We went to Junkanoo Beach. Oh, I have to update the Call of the Dead command, don't I? Because that's not true. Hold on. There we go. But yeah, the one thing I will say was disappointing. I didn't realize there was a max ammo there. Hey, Freshstein, I'm doing well. Hey, Wizard. Hey, Jaren. The one thing that was slightly disappointing, so, okay, the day I got on the ship, it was 16 degrees out, and it felt like -7. Like, it was freezing. Day one was an at-sea day, and it was 24 degrees. Day two was an at-sea day, and it was, like, in the mid-50s. And then only once we got to Florida was it, like, finally in the 70s, and I was like, oh, thank God, warm weather. So I had 3 days of warm weather, and then coming back, like the C day coming back was in the 50s, and then yesterday, which was my last day, was in the 40s. And I was like, man, I just wish I could sit by the pool all day, but still, I had fun. Did people really vote for D Machine? No, I'm just playing this for fun. PS4? I am playing on PS5 on the PS4 version. And the reason I'm doing that is because the PS4 version is much more stable than the PS5 version. I mean, obviously, the downside was, oh, the weather wasn't as nice as I wish it was. Like, I didn't get full 8 days of what's it called? Of like nice weather. Didn't I say I was gonna stream on February 16th? Well, I was coming back on February 15th. I anticipated not streaming the day I got back. Except, I got back, I took a nap, and I was like, I'm kind of in the mood for a stream. I got time. So, little quick one. PS4 version on PS5 is gonna crash. No, the PS5 version is gonna crash. The PS4 version's more stable. Yeah, I missed you guys, that's all. I'm gonna look for, decoys. I'm not paying attention to my points. I haven't played this map in a few years. At least, I think I haven't played this map since I was testing the Master Spawner stuff. So, it's been a little while. Favorite zombies? Black Ops 1. For sure. Fucking finished the Call of the Dead game already? You haven't been paying attention to my channel, my man. First Joy Boy profile picture? Oh, just Joy Boy. Listen, I'm assuming, my opinion on the halftime show, I loved the halftime show. And I said, I was like, listen, I'm not someone, I don't listen to Bad Bunny. I hadn't really heard any of his music for the most part. I mean, some of it I recognize, but like, if you asked me to name a Bad Bunny song, for the most part, I would not be able to tell you. But I was like, this is a vibe. This is fun. I'm having a good time. It was valid. Plus, so many things crashed when doing PS4 version on PS5. Well, I'll find out the hard way. D-Machine, I already have a D-Machine guide, so we're not making a guide. We're just playing for fun. I can't really play on my PS4 because I need to be able to access online. Because I need to first go online, then go offline so that I can, what's it called? So that I can have all of my upgrades. This is my third double points. That's pretty good. I'm not even paying attention to what round it is. You much prefer Black Ops 6 and 7 to Black Ops Cold War? Black Ops 6 and 7 is just worse. How long can you use the knife? I have the Bowie knife. This kills until round 10. Now, what I'm not looking forward to... Box is over there. I need to hit for ray gun. Is this the new COD Zombies? No, I wish. Now when it comes to Easter eggs and the other quality of life stuff, I mean, Cold War has much better quality of life than the newer games, if you ask me. Okay, what I was saying is I can't play on my PS4 because in order to have access to your upgrades, you need to go online first, then play local. but my PS4 is jailbroken and I can't update it. And I guess technically I can use PC, but I want to keep my jailbroken PS4 for stability so that I can keep my PC free for other things and not just like perpetually have a Black Ops 4 game open. There are no D-Machine free ray gun Easter egg? No. Hey, J-Edits. There's no free ray gun. If anyone sees a decoy on the ground, let me know. Black Ops 5 is Cold War? Yeah, you can consider this Black Ops 5. Can you still get the ray from the Coffin Dents Easter egg? Yes, but it's not guaranteed. But I will do the Coffin Dents Easter egg before I move the box to try to get it. Because if I can get out of that, that'd be beautiful. Didn't expect D-Machine. I said, listen, for those of you that saw me talking in the Discord server, I was like, listen, I'm really in the mood to play a map, and it's gonna surprise a lot of you. I don't know why I'm in the mood to play this map. I was just like, listen, I haven't played Cold War in a few years. I just wanted to play it. I'm having fun, you know? You thought it would be P4. I find it hard to think of this game as old. To me, this is the beginning of modern zombies. You can vote for this in the mob video, but I'm probably not going to recreate the tutorial because I already have a tutorial. Fun wasn't allowed? Yeah, you're right. Okay, here's my philosophy on Cold War, right? That's a decoy. I think the problem with modern zombies, and yes, this also includes Black Ops 4 to an extent, although Black Ops 4, this isn't nearly as bad of an issue as, like, the newer games.
Raptor 1 has an exfil window open, strike team. Call it in if you need to bug out.
Which is, as soon as they got rid of the zombies having a health cap,
this facility was not equipped.
Like, it sort of trivialized the difficulty of high rounds, right? The zombies don't get stronger, so the rounds don't get harder. And I think that was one of the worst changes that has been made
by your old employer, Dr. Strauss.
To some of these older games.
Interest was in Project End Station.
But at the same time, the reason why I think Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7 are particularly bad is because on those games, the zombies are just strong enough that if you want to, like, if you want to use any weapon you want to kill, you can. Like, and you can train around, and you can kind of run whatever strategy you want to get to a higher round. Except it's just annoying. The zombies are, like, faster than you, and they're strong enough to the point where, like, the only way to even enjoy high rounding is to do the cheese strats. There's no other way to make high rounds interesting. There's no other way to make high rounds fast. Plus, the games are so easy that people are just maxing them out on their first try, like, at all. At the same time, Cold War was a little bit different. It also had the same problems where, like, everything is super easy. The zombies are weak.
My God.
Hold on. The zombies are super weak. Everything's able to kill. But at the same time, it just sort of feels nice because unlike Black Ops 6, where nothing is, like, great, and the only easy strategies or the only viable strategies are the stupid spamming mutant injection cheese strategies, on Black Ops Cold War, yeah, there's a lot of cheese strategies, but you can kind of run any strategy you want and be able to get to a high round. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm gonna rely on the cheesiest strategies for the most part, because those are the fastest, but you can totally get away with just running around and training and just playing however you want. And I think because everything is overpowered, it feels satisfying. It feels good to play the game because, like, you can just do whatever you want. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. It's like, it hits the dopamine in the right way, you know? OG pre-patch tier 5 Deadwire? I do. Granted, Shatterblast right now is stronger than Deadwire was. Okay, do I have enough for tier 3 armor?
Report.
No, that's 250 high grade salvage.
Information suggests they traveled beyond
Let's...
the Paladin Ocean. They did not interact with the gateway.
Right, okay, I forgot the one, now, I forgot about menus. There's a lot of menus in this game. I want to do Coffin Dance. I need to remember where all the things are. There's one up there. Am I not able to reach that with this weapon? There's one...
Infected threat clear.
Shit. I don't remember where they all are. Hold on. I know there's one here. It's been a while since I played this. I know there's one over here somewhere. Yeah. Did I hit the one up top?
Enemy appears KIA.
Oh. Great! Okay. Anyway, I need to remember where those are. Yeah, I agree, Mike. I think that as much as people like Black Ops 3, I think that alternate ammo types were a step in the wrong direction. Because it made every single weapon in the game viable. And to me, that's not a good thing because it really makes the box have a lot less value. And it makes wonder weapons have a lot less value. Okay, maybe I should do all that on a slightly lower round. I just need to remember, what I'm supposed to be doing. But yeah. Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, to me, is like the perfect level of difficulty.
Arriving at Alpha Site. You're clear, strike team.
I would argue BO4 was the last good one. BO4 is much better than people give it credit for. And a lot of people would argue it's better than Black Ops 3. BO4, here's the difference between BO4 and BO3, is that BO3, a lot of strategies rely on alternate ammo types.
Nazi bastards. Of course, they're responsible for
I mean,
this
yeah, I
mess.
agree, Sir Giga
We
Yeet.
need to find the facility entrance and figure out just what happened
BO4 is
here.
not, yeah, BO4 is really good. Rank the Cold War maps. Number 1 is Mauer, number 2 is D Machine, number 3 is Foreskin, and Firebase C is last. I mean, Rev is also pretty boring. I think here's what I think. BO3 would be significantly more interesting if you want a VC. Yeah, I'll hop in VC. You want to hop in my server? Is Outbreak last place? Outbreak doesn't even get ranked. That's not a zombies map. Hold on. What's up?
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Getting close to my first hardcore record.
What's
For high rounds, at least.
what's the record on that map again?
262.
Right. Gotta
I
rephrase.
want 242.
Well, yeah, Mike, I agree. Here's my problem with Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 was the first game on normal difficulty to introduce the health cap. The health cap, I think, was a big mistake. And what listen, Black Ops 4, I think, is more interesting than Black Ops 3 to play, and the reason I say that is
What is OBS doing?
Black Ops 4, every single map has a very different strategy from one another. People who are uninformed, or maybe people who have only been to round 100 on some maps, go, oh, but every map is camping with the Helion Salvo. But that's not really true when you think about it. Like, yeah, camping with the Helion Salvo will get you to round 100 pretty easily, but Helion Salvo ammo is limited, and trade-outs, for the most part, are not viable for the Helion Salvo. So the only map that actually is you just use the Helion Salvo the whole game is Dead of the Night. Every other map has a very different strategy from one another, and some of them don't even use the Helion Salvo.
Pick. One by.
You
But-
can get the record on pretty much every map without using the helium.
Yeah.
On normal. 100%.
But also at the same time, Black Ops 4 introduced Hardcore, which, if Hardcore was the default, Black Ops 4 would be an amazing game. My only problem with Hardcore, and it's not much of a problem, but like, my problem with Hardcore is I hate having to choose between me having a normal amount of health and the zombies having a normal amount of health. I wish that normal difficulty was zombies' health scales infinitely and you have 200 health. Hardcore, you go down to like 150 health and slightly more zombie health scaling, and then realistic stays the same. And then casual difficulty should be 250 health, but like otherwise the same as what normal is. I don't think the point system is the issue. I do agree that the old point system is better, but I don't think that Black Ops 4's point system really makes or breaks how good the game is. New max ammo system was goated, where max ammo fills your clip. Yeah, I agree with that. Wow, I don't know.
Interesting. My internet's like fucked up right now. I don't know if it's my PC or my internet itself though.
Was it my end or was it your end when I was watching your stream and then out of nowhere it was just 1 frame per sometimes? Yeah, Cold War. Like I said, unexpected. Did you expect that I was gonna be playing this, Jake?
No. Yeah, it's our internet. My phone has the same problem. It's fucked. I have like no upload.
last zombies game with a knife animation. What does Black Ops 1 have? Or Black Ops 1. What does Black Ops 6 have? Do you not have a knife? You only punch on that game? Void, I'll be honest, I just don't care.
What is it?
Brainy.
Do I ever play BO3 without AATs and gums? Not usually. Just cause like, I will definitely criticize certain features like gobble gums, AATs, etc. But when I want to play,
When it's in the game and it makes it so fast.
like when I want to play, it just makes it faster and easier, and like I just generally prefer playing like normal high round leaderboards, if that makes sense, as opposed to side categories. Yeah, I mean, listen, about roof cancels, that's a complicated question, but when it comes to difficulties, like, I'm just gonna play how I want. And I generally just like playing on hardcore. I just think, yes, it's slightly easier, but it just makes the game more enjoyable for me because I can be more aggressive. I'm just gonna keep playing that way. But also, like, not every map I would use hardcore. Like, when I go to play Verrückt, I think I'm more likely gonna be playing on normal difficulty. Because I don't want to get killed running through traps. Which can happen. It's half, right? Bit of a bummer with Call of the Dead crashing? Yeah. What about your Call of the Dead game, though? Jake and I will figure what we want to do the next time we play. Although, it might be at least a couple weeks before we play again, because I will be honest with you all, I took a week off of work, and now work is picking up a lot. I have to work Tuesday all day, Thursday all day, and then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday all day. So expect...
This is like the only chance you get.
Yeah, like, I'm not saying I won't stream, I'm just saying expect slightly fewer streams, and also expect that for the near future, I'm not gonna be, like, grinding any competitive records or whatever, other than this, I guess, but, like, this is just fun, and if I get a 935, I'll be happy, and if I don't, I'm just here to hang out. But, like, I'm gonna be focusing a little bit less on, like, grinding long runs, and I'm mainly gonna be focusing on the high round guides for the time being. Oh. Do people at work know you stream or do YouTube? Do I talk about it to them? I own my company and I'm the only employee, so... Yes, I talk about it with all my coworkers. Being me. But, like, if you're wondering what I do for work, I own a company that runs CPR classes, and we provide training through the American Red Cross. No, I don't talk about my YouTube to my CPR classes. I usually just spend 2 hours teaching them and then get the fuck out of there.
Got a window for Chopper Exfil's track team.
Oh shit, it's around 11? I've literally just turned my brain off. Cruise must have really changed me. Playing Cold War in the year 2026. I don't know. I want another 935, I guess.
Let's run another speed test. Okay, now my download is a lot better than it was.
Stay alert. Someone may be inside.
What is?
Looks like our intel was right
Oh, I
on
think
the
it's
line.
alright now.
Omega
Sure.
Group equipment known everywhere.
Okay, good.
They did
Hopefully.
something here, and it opened the portals around the globe.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna wait a
That
minute
your
and just see.
assessment, Mr. CIA?
Because it should
Pretty
fix it.
much.
I was like, the fact that
My
it's not working on
contact
my
may have
phone
gotten
too.
himself
I thought it
killed
fixed
trying to
itself.
provide additional insight.
Playing Cold War
Project
because he's cold.
Devastation was a Nazi experiment done awry.
I mean, I am cold. I had 3 days of being in 70 and sunny weather.
Sealed it up. Still no more with Outrog.
The gun selection is cool in this game. I couldn't care about the gun selection because there's like when I go to hit the box, there's only a single weapon that I'm hitting for. I do not care about any other weapon other than one specific one.
I think it's fair to say that's what Omega Group was investigating.
The Rider.
Up there.
Yep.
He looks just like the other.
Okay, but listen, to Cold War's credit, this is the one game where the ray gun is so fun to use and it's so powerful. Like, this is the most fun game to use the ray gun by far. Do you prefer hands-only CPR or mouth-to-mouth? Neither. You're supposed to use either a face shield or a pocket mask, some sort of protective device. Mouth-to-mouth is not advised. Compression-only CPR or hands-only CPR, they do talk about in the course, but it's sort of like you should only be doing that if you are unable or unwilling to give breaths. And I always say, like, the outcomes are worse if you do compression-only CPR, but it is also better than doing nothing.
An LMG is serious firepower. Sending decoy. Enemy destroyed. At least
It's at 38 hours.
claiming this.
Am I going back already? Hold on. Do we gotta pay for your CPR advice? No, my CPR advice for you is always free. I will teach anyone CPR free of charge. I only charge for processing the certifications. And the reason I say that is because I'm just a firm believer that CPR is one of those things that everybody should know.
What the hell?
Like, they should be teaching it in schools. They should,
Fuck me. It went through the portal.
like, it should be
Get back to HQ.
more widely taught. It should be more widely known. Because 90% of cardiac arrest scenarios happen outside of the hospital. Any more BO2 anytime soon? Yeah, I'm interested in playing Buried soon. And also, I guess we'll see.
See that video I posted that I sent in your server?
Which one?
From Mozio.
I didn't end up watching it.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Okay, there's one there. There's one here. There's one there. I'm pretty sure the fourth is like down here. Yeah, okay. And then the final one, oh, it's right there.
You like my insta strat?
I do. Do I teach CPR in the
Pretty
city?
nice.
Yes.
With Wraith Fighters.
What are you thinking of doing on Buried? I would love to go for a 255 on Buried. It's just, I don't
probably
want
do
to
that.
start that immediately because I know that's going to be a really long-term project.
And it's boring as fuck.
Oh, wait, I'm just remembering, I didn't need to buy Juggernog. Don't I get free Juggernog from Coffin Dance?
Well, like, almost always, I think, yeah.
I think it's 100% of the
It's like
time.
not-
I forgot about that.
You know, it's like, I can't remember if it's actually like guaranteed or.
What do you think people will vote as the next map? I think Verrucht is very likely to win. Okay, here's what I decided. By the way, the Mob of the Dead video I think will be out tomorrow. I'm just waiting to hear back from the thumbnail guy who hasn't responded in a little bit. That worries me, but I think that some people are going to maybe accuse me of like, oh, you kind of like screwed over the Verrucht vote because they were like basically tied and then I put it to a different vote. So what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna pin the comment, but I am going to comment Verrucht BO1 on my own video. And if my comment becomes the most liked, then I'll play it. But also there's a possibility that something else wins. And if something else wins, I'll play that.
We need you to play some BO4. BO4 guides would be cool. Because people do some crazy shit on that game.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to play BO4. Should I go for the free DIE? I guess I should, right? Is the Megaton gonna spawn?
Idea?
Noticing a large concentration.
Yeah.
You going for 935?
I think so.
Something is headed your way.
I think so.
Split that bastard.
That's generally the plan.
Finish the job.
I would go for a 935 in Cold War if it wasn't, like, impossible for me to.
Really like Cold War. It was a fun arcadey zombies games. Just wish the ones after it weren't like it. Yeah, I agree. Like, Cold War is fun because it's so easy. Here's what I said. I said this earlier, but like I think I can summarize it in this way, which is the modern games all have a fundamental flaw of they are all way too easy. There's no difficulty scaling as the rounds get higher. So all high rounds is just like don't die, but also if you die, you have unlimited downs. And like and you know, it's easy. But Cold War is fun because there are cheese strats and there is a fastest strategy on every map, but you can just kind of play however you want and like be able to get to a high round and have a good time, you know? Whereas Black Ops 6, you can't really play however you want. It's more... I gotta move the box. I gotta get fire sales. You can't really play how... Oh, wait. I also want to go for the DIE. So let's do that. It's more like the only way to high round reasonably is to use the cheese strats. And that sucks. Beginning of terrible zombies. Hey, Mad Dog. Isn't there a 935 first room? Yes. Is there a 935 first room on every map on this mode? I'm not sure.
No, I don't think so.
Definitely Forsaken, definitely D Machine. I don't know about the other two. Maybe Mad Dog would know. Mauer has one, not Firebase C. Okay, that makes sense.
Brain Eater dropped.
Oh, neither Mauer. So only D Machine and Forsaken? Oh, I gotta gather some zombies. Yeah, point being, like, listen, Cold War was easy, but it was like so easy that you can kind of have fun playing however you like, you know? Like, you can do any strategy you want and get to round 100 and have a good time. You can train, you can camp, you can use score streaks, you can use field upgrades, you can, like, anything you want to do can get you to a high round. There is a best strategy at any given time, but, like, do whatever you want. Whereas Black Ops 6, a lot of strategies like training just isn't very good. And the only way to get to high rounds is the cheese strats. And that kind of sucks. I want to move the box really quick. Cold War doesn't hide the fact that it's casual. I also think that Cold War's upgrade system is a better system than the augment system for Black Ops 6. Because Black Ops 6, it sort of has the problem of instead of just like, okay, here are the upgrades, and the more you play, the more you upgrade, and then eventually you unlock all the upgrades and you're happy. Black Ops 6 sort of gives you like way too many choices for like what upgrades you can choose to use at any given time. And it's just kind of a hassle to deal with the augment system in that game. Vanguard's perk system is the best modern perk system we've had, by far.
Do you actually upgrade it in-game?
Heard rumors around this weapon. Some sort of matter absorption and dispersal.
Alright.
Whatever the fuck that.
I also think that Cold War's armor system is way better than the games that came after it. Where's the box?
Exfil window's gone.
I listen, trust me, I prefer games that don't have an armor system, but at the same time, Cold Wars did not feel nearly as clunky as Black Ops 6's. And it's very interesting that, like, Black Ops 6's armor system was so clunky that they literally had to add an augment to Vulture Aid to completely reverse what they did. Yeah, I really prefer... Everyone leave a like for your boy Jordan. Thank you, JP. I really prefer, what was I gonna say? I want that carpenter. It's a rude spot for you to spawn. What I was gonna say is I really prefer games where you don't have to deal with like unlocking stuff outside the game. I don't like the whole earn crystals and then use those crystals to upgrade, or like however the augment system works. I much prefer if it's like a true roguelike where every single time you die, you lose everything. Every single time you load in, you have nothing. I think it just makes the games much more interesting. And I also think, like, you know, it's sort of what gives Black Ops 1 and 2 the charm of, like, you know, when I was younger, like, I say this from the experience of, like, when I was in elementary school and middle school, I know, I was that young when Black Ops 1 came out. And when I played Black Ops 1, I was in 5th grade when that came out. All of my friends played Call of Duty Zombies. It was like the #1 game. It was as big as Fortnite was. It was massive.
Yeah.
But
we were all so excited for every DLC coming out too.
yeah.
Especially
But
for Black Ops 2 during that time.
To me, it was just sort of like charming in a way that me and my friends would like grind, and we would get all the way to round 30 or all the way like. We never made it to round 40. It
Like
took me
35
years.
would be like a crazy game. Like, dude, I got to round 37 once on 3D.
Did I just get an artillery?
Classic artillery strike. Imagine calling it an artillery strike on Ancient Evil.
One bar.
I forgot I should get Speed Cola, because I can hit the box faster. Speed Cola's got the time slip in this game.
Maybe that's the problem with modern map design. They're designed around kill streaks being usable on them.
Kill streaks, I think. Score streaks, kill streaks, whatever, are... I also think we're an extremely flawed system. Let me get Speed Cola. That also, it also recharges my field upgrade faster. My Ring of Fire. I forgot about both of those.
Zombie down.
But like, yeah, I'm saying when I was growing up playing Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, it was like, oh my god, I got such a good run. I got the Thunder Gun early. I got to round 35, like, and it felt rewarding to have a really good run. And it felt more disappointing to kind of lose everything as soon as you died, you know? It felt like it was more engaging because you had to start with nothing, get good luck, play well in the early rounds, and like really work your way up to...
You had to lock in on those early rounds too, you could die so easily.
Yeah. Black Ops 3, to me, was the first game that ruined that. And that has to do with Gobblegums. Gobblegums were the first system that, like, hey, you unlock this... Yeah, you unlock it in the game, but, like, you are really unlocking Gobblegums outside of the game. Because you unlock Liquid Diviniums in-game, and then you get the Gobblegums. And being able to spawn in with a ton of Gobblegums made the game a lot less interesting. Which is, of course, amplified by the fact that Gobblegums are extremely strong. They're really overpowered. Oh, hello. Oh yeah, and then I don't want Mule Kick yet, because
Ethan?
I want to just have 2 perks.
Like 20 hours faster right now.
I think that classic Elixirs did a really good job of like toning down the Gobblegum system a lot in a way that actually felt balanced. But then they added a bunch of Mega Elixirs that like broke things again.
Definitely not gonna add you on Discord. Fuck is going on?
666 salvage. Oh, right. Oh. Understandable.
Stream is lagging. Probably my stream. As long as it's watchable still. Looks good on my end.
Moving out. We'll circle back.
It was lagging earlier, I had to stop streaming for a little bit to wait for my internet to wait for itself.
And here's KIA.
Oh, right. Shit.
Nothing
I'm
better
just
than
slowly remembering how to play this game. CJ Santa posted a video that I didn't get a chance to watch yet, but the title of the video or something like "Early rounds aren't hard anymore," or something,
Yeah.
and without watching it, I get the feeling that I know what he's going to say, and I get the feeling that I'm gonna agree with a lot of what he said. Did I just lose my fucking DIE shockwave? Oh my god.
Sending decoy. Shut up.
I lost the shock. I hate how inconsistent it
What's
is.
up, friends? Play blood.
Neutralize the zombie.
Quack.
Decoy up.
I didn't mean to throw a decoy there. Oh, oops. You know what's weird? I haven't played Cold War since Black Ops 6 released, and I'm genuinely not used to not having to hold Y to refill my armor.
It's weird how they made the armor system worse. In that way, like, gotta make it Warzone-ified, right?
Yeah. The armor system was fine in this game. Like, I mean,
It's lagging, but it looks good now.
I say fine as in, like, I hated the armor system, but the armor system was perfectly functional in this game. Do I hear a megaton? I feel my controller, like, vibrating with giant footsteps. I can't tell if that's a megaton.
Like me when a werewolf's coming.
Tango down.
It's funny I'm playing like the map you hate the most, but not that bad in hardcore, right?
I mean,
Not
hardcore
as
makes
bad,
it
at least.
significantly
It's not
better.
as bad. Yeah, it's bad. And it's faster, technically. Like, right, my total game SPH is 240, was like 7.4. So my instance is faster. So, like, in theory, it's... You can get a higher round in hardcore than normal. Which invalidates Weldo's video. You remember that video he did?
Yes.
What SPH did he even have with that? I can't even remember. I think it was in the 6s though, right?
Something like that. I had
Oh,
an
it's the other
interesting video idea, which
I'm on 244.
the video idea is just all the ways a zombies game can end. And I would just talk about, like, okay, you know, first of all, you can die. You can quit out. You can disconnect. You can exfil. And then I'm going to talk about, like, you know, reset. I'm going to talk about certain errors. I'm going to talk about other things that I can't think of. I think that'd be an interesting concept.
Crazy or not for slew you down on that game, but he's still playing it. He has such an insane average. Like, he had a 548 100 on Ascension.
Tango fully expired.
I also need to do. There's so many videos that I really need to get working on. One of which is ranking every power up in zombies.
Send tank down.
Ranking every power. You see the ranking every perks video
Which one?
from Easy P40?
No, I didn't actually.
Firing war machine.
Pretty good. Actually, I didn't know that PhD slider recharges from you sliding.
I knew
That's
that.
what recharges it. I was like, oh shit.
I'm surprised you didn't know that.
And the Wraithfire time slip time is 40%.
Firing war machine.
Oh, 45.
Tagged and tagged.
It goes from... B1 aged so much better compared to nearly every other installment. Yeah. Get double tap. How did Cold War ruin zombies?
Exfil window gone.
Score streaks. Every weapon in the game being overpowered.
Neutralize the zombie.
The 935 cap being so easy that every single map has like 50 of them.
Together.
The fact that there's only 4 maps in this game, for one. Which is wild because of how much people loved this game and didn't like Outbreak.
Tango fully expired. Semtex. Semtex. Firing war machine.
Cold War round cap is 935.
That was BO4.
Cold War was goated with the sauce. I mean, that's what I was saying. Is like, listen, it had a lot of features that ruin zombies, but in some ways, it's just kind of like it's fun because of how easy it is. You know, it feels much more satisfying than Black Ops 6 or Black Ops 7. I'm not even paying attention to what round I'm on, and that's mostly because I'm genuinely not used to looking at the top right to see the round number.
What about looking at that top left?
That I can get more used to just because chat is on the left side of my monitor.
No coming back from that. Contact down.
But looking at the top right to see the round numbers so far away.
Zombie down.
It's so clutch that the trap works on insta-kill rounds on this map. Because
That
it
is
doesn't actually kill the zombies. Like, it doesn't do infinite damage. Like, it sucks for the normal rounds, but, like, it's goated because it works pretty well in Master Bedroom. Like, it does kill them a little bit faster, and then try to shoot them.
2-hit down system is not aged well in classic zombies. I think it's fine.
Perfectly fine.
Oh, and hi, thank you for the sub. I will say I'm also not really opposed to the 3-hit system from Black Ops 3. I'm just opposed to other things from Black Ops 3. I think 3 hits without Jug is perfectly reasonable, and maybe 2 hits can be a little punishing at times, but
You gotta know what you're doing.
Enemy appears KIA.
yeah. Okay, next round is round 30. I'm gonna save a zombie at the end of next round.
Frag the infected hostile.
Oh, or I can just pull a ray gun right here, surely.
Assault rifle acquired. Only if things get desperate. Grateful to have this. This'll do for now. Sending decoy. Shotgun is ready.
What?
War machine going hot.
Yeah, two hit, I think, for some players, it is punishing in the early game. And I can really understand that. I don't have a problem with it, but like, the more experience you get, the less it's gonna be a problem. 3 hit, I think, is fine. But also, at the same time, I do agree, like, the 2 hit's not that bad when you consider, like, it on most maps, it's not that difficult to find Jug, you know?
You can get it by like round 5 or 6 on most maps.
Maybe people will complain, like, oh, Jug is too far away on Call of the Dead or something, but... Okay, I need to save a zombie. And we're gonna spend 70,000 points on the box to get a ray gun. Oh, fuck. That's like the worst time that a Megaton could have spawned. I want to try to save a zombie, which is why I'm... Oh, that brain rot's gonna kill all of them.
Ackadoodle-doo.
All right, another take. I don't know if we agree or not. Megaton was the most recent, actually well-balanced and interesting boss. Every other boss that has been released since then is either way too easy or a pain in the ass, and there's no in between. Oh, fuck.
He snuffs you up?
No, I accidentally ended the round.
Oh, what round do you on?
31. Ray gun right here? Perfect.
You still don't have ray
Pistol
gun,
is
damn.
better than nothing.
Turn on that rampage inducer. I don't care if it's a rampage inducer. Alright, let me finish this round. What about Krasny Soldat? Okay, yeah, I'll give you that one, actually. Megaton is booty cheeks. Well, he's quite easy to deal with if you have Ring of Fire. I just wasn't using Ring of Fire because I wanted to try to not end the round.
War machine. Neutralize the zombie.
Because I need to hit the
What
box
chance is this
for...
werewolf just spawned the max?
What about pre-patched boss enemy from Shinonuma? Oh, fuck. From Shinonuma Reborn? You mean Zabella? What's up with Zabella?
Oh, it's fire still. God damn it.
Alright. Let's hit the box. Grinding for points in every BO1 zombie spawn room is hard.
What?
No.
No, it's not.
Just buy the M14.
No.
I also need to make a video where I don't know how to phrase the video, but it's basically gonna be like, hey, if you're shooting the zombie's legs 8 times to try to farm points, like you're wasting time. Where's the box? It's underground. Shang spawn room is hard because of its tight corners. Yeah, but you can leave the spawn room with like 7,000
You leave
points
them-
by round 4.
Yeah, you leave. Yeah, you leave it around 4, and you have like at least 5 grand.
All right, ray gun, combat bow. I guess technically I need a new war machine, so I'll just trade it out.
Submachine gun. Good. Effective, even from a safe distance.
I remember when you can only get 4 perks.
좋네.
But here's the thing. On almost
It's
every
only
map,
true on Kino and 5.
Effective in close quarters.
that's only true on Kino 5 and Mob. Every other map that has more than 4 perks has a way to get more than 4 perks.
I will not say no.
Transit.
I will commandeer this SMG.
Yeah, transit's not realistic, is it?
You can't. Like, it's not possible. I don't think. Pretty sure
I
it's
will
literally
not
not
refuse
possible.
an SMG.
I think it's possible if you get insanely lucky teleports, right?
I like shotguns.
Would this stay for like 45 seconds or 60 seconds?
I don't.
Assault rifle. I approve.
90 seconds at most. I don't remember the exact number. I know I have a video on it.
On why it's not good.
Yeah. Well, that was in my Tombstone video where I was like, hey, this is how long it takes before it disappears.
Because we did our game where we were testing it, right?
Yeah. In that footage, we were using a mod menu and you were just running around as the Juggernog machine. And I remember Wonderful commented, he goes, oh, that's so cool. I love how the Juggernog machine can just protect your tombstone. Wait, is that inside of Noct? Inside of this building? Well, here's
They
the thing.
cannot touch
What I
this
think was,
firepower.
I think that the old system was significantly better. I don't think you should just be able to buy all the perks. The reason why I say that is every single map had a way to get more than 4 perks, other than a couple exceptions. Kino and 5, which,
I would never refuse.
again, weren't originally designed for more than 4, plus, let's be honest, there's one perk that you shouldn't buy, or one perk that you shouldn't have if you're going for a record. You know what I mean? I got the TIE Shockwave back.
Wonder weapon
Okay.
acquired. Never turn down another rifle.
But what I liked about that system, every single map that had more than 4 perks, you could only buy 4 initially,
pistol.
but
It
by
will do.
doing some sort of quest or doing some sort of
appreciate
thing
shotguns.
in the game, you were able to obtain more perks. And I thought that was a really
SMG,
good system.
very efficient.
The reason why I think that is that
Can do a lot with this assault
if you survive a long time, if you're able to do whatever the thing is without going down, killing George,
This will work.
the monkeys, you know, whatever, then you could get all the perks on the map. I guess Moon is the trickiest one, but like Moon, it's possible. Also, you could do the Easter egg on Moon, not on Solo, but you know. Every single map ever, other than a couple, have ways to get all the perks. But at the same time, if you do go down, you are punished by saying, okay, well, for the time being, now you have to choose which 4 perks are most important to you. Which are the 4 perks that you want to get back immediately, and which other perks are you fine with getting back later? And I think that's significantly better. If every map has 4 perk limit, but also a way to get all of them. Killing George is perfect. Flipping drops on Shang is perfect. QED's not my favorite.
This will get their attention.
Like, even what they did on Die Rise and Buried Die Rise and Buried, I think, made it in some ways very easy to get all the perks, if almost a little bit too easy to get all the perks. But at the same time, like, it's a good system because it's pretty easy to survive with 4 perks, and then you can get your 5th, 6th, and 7th perk back within a few rounds. And it just kind of disappoints me that people always complain like, oh, there's a perk limit. I'm like, there never was. I hate how in Shang you really gotta nail down the patterns. The power-ups rotate when stolen from the monkeys. It's not that difficult. At least for me, I can do it like 100% of the time, just because I'm a musician and I have an extremely good sense of tempo.
I can use this long gun.
So I can tell you like exactly how long it'll be. What is that, a fucking... Napalm strike. Can I get a ray gun, please? Can I get a ray gun on this next
I will
hit?
take this for sure.
If you have a bad sense of rhythm, it is harder to get the perks on Shang. But, like, I think once you get the timing down, it's very easy.
This is what I wanted. Tech rifle acquired.
Alright, can I get a ray gun, please? Okay, this is another thing that I hate about this game. They made the ray gun too rare. I did not have a problem with the older games where every weapon is equally likely. I think it makes it just easy enough, but also just difficult enough to get the one weapon you care about. That's what I always talk about, is like, in order to make the box balanced, you want it to be a gamble. But also at the same time, you have to keep in mind that, what's it called?
Oh.
That, like, when people are hitting the box, they're not hitting the box saying, oh, I wonder what weapon I'm gonna get. They're hitting the box looking for the one weapon they care about.
Ice zombie. Fuck me.
Does every weapon have the same odds? For the most part. I was arguing with someone on Reddit yesterday, because somebody posted on Reddit saying, oh my god, why is the wave gun so rare on Moon? This is ridiculous. And I said, and I commented, I was like, listen, I get your frustration, but, you know, oh, there's my ray gun.
I will commandeer this ray gun.
See, I just spent 30,000 points looking for the one weapon I care about, being the ray gun. I don't care about any other weapon in the box, I'm just hitting for that. And I think that when you make the ray gun so rare that I have to literally save a zombie and spend 40,000 points in the box, it just interrupts the flow of the gameplay. And I don't like that. Mark II is more rare on Black Ops 2. Mark II is equal to 1/3 of the probability of every other weapon. Or are you talking about the Reddit? Okay, so no, so he posted saying like he was angry that he was playing Moon and he couldn't get the wave gun for the life of him. And I was like, yeah, man, I get it. It sucks. You know, RNG can often not be in your favor, but the odds of, and I said, the odds of getting every weapon is equal to every other weapon, especially for Moon. And he goes, no, they changed it after the Zombies Chronicles patch release. They actually made the wave gun more rare. And I was like, no, they didn't. And here's my video explaining why. And then he responded, he's like, nah, nah, you're just saying that, but me and my friends swear that we have a harder time getting the wave gun. And I'm like, well, your argument is you and your friends swear it's this way, and my argument is I went into the code and I showed exactly where I showed what I'm talking about.
What the facts are.
And I was like, listen, here's the other thing to keep in mind that somebody pointed out in the comments of that video, which I think is a really good point, is, if anything, the wonder weapon is always the last weapon you get. You will hit the box over and over and over again until you get the wonder weapon. And the reason the wonder weapon is always the last weapon you get is because as soon as you get it, you stop hitting the box.
Like, that's what you're hitting for, so.
I'm trying to remember what weapon I normally get as my second weapon. I think it's a wall weapon close by. Not that.
Isn't it like the PP90 equivalent? Whatever it is on Cold War?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I can just kind of go for anything. I might even just go for this MP5. Which is better, Cold War or Black Ops 7? Cold War, and it's not even close. Why does the ray sound so deep in this game? I don't know. The ray gun genuinely is really satisfying to use in this game. Like, it's one of the things I truly give Cold War credit for, is they actually, for the first time, made the ray gun feel so powerful and feel like, oh yeah, this is the best weapon in the game. Which people believe about earlier games, but like,
Not really the case.
it's not the case in the way that most people think. I'll look for a decent wall weapon to use. I usually like the bullfrog, but I don't think that's on the wall on this map. It's on the wall on Forsaken. That's my go-to. The game is paused at the end of 101 right now. What map are you playing?
Is there another werewolf? Yes, there is.
I'm gonna hold this zombie real quick, and I'm gonna decide what I want my other weapon to be, so that I can buy a mule kick. Do I want the M16? Do I want, what's this? XM4? Good enough. All right.
With this rifle.
Do the XM4. Alright, we'll come back to finish upgrading this. I also want to see if I can roll for a better attachment than this. Yeah, good enough. Yeah, this is fine.
There's an exfil window available.
Can't you just pause and apply a loadout? I don't have any loadouts preset. I never bothered because there's genuinely just no reason to. Like, the attachments you have on your weapons just don't really matter that much.
So I'm 20 hours and 7 minutes fasting.
It's pretty good.
It's a little bit faster, right?
Alright, now we're almost set up. I just have to finish Pack-a-Punching, but... the setup on this map is really not that unreasonable.
You know what's funny?
What?
It's really the third record on BO4 where it's like, I'll destroy the record time-wise and the way like you avoid something like on tag. It's like tag 9 and Dead of the Night. Because my 300 time was faster than the 255 on 9.
Wasted them.
Maybe the ray gun in World at War is the worst one. I would say the ray gun in World at War is better than like Black Ops 3 and 4.
Health of the zombies in general work with the dog rounds just makes the ray gun pretty good. Like the ray gun of the Reese can kill in the 60s, it's pretty damn good because their health is only in the 50s still.
They'll circle back.
BO2 ray is the same as BO1. Yeah, BO2 and BO1's ray guns are pretty much identical. It's sad that this is still the best modern zombies game. Yeah. I mean, yeah, in terms of the damage, they are the same from World at War through BO3, but like, in terms of the utility, I don't know about BO4, I think changed the damage a little bit, but in terms of the utility, like BO3 and BO4 have the worst ray guns. BO7 Zombies has potential? No it doesn't.
What?
Sorry to say.
Spread the infected hostile.
BO7 has that personality and class to it. What personality exactly?
That Warzone personality?
The personality of you just load in and get to 999 your first time ever playing because of how completely unbalanced it is.
Semtex. Sit this one out.
Yeah, I'll never forgive Treyarch for how much they nostalgia baited. Like, hey, the original crew's coming back. And just completely defaced what happened to them at the end of Tag der Toten. I do agree that not having a dedicated crew in Cold War was a bad thing. I think they handled it better in Black Ops 6, but not as well. Because, like, in Black Ops 6, the characters don't really have that much personality. At least, like, even for the dedicated crew, they're just, like, not memorable at all. Alright, let's Pack-a-Punch one final time, and that's it. Is there an actual difference of playing with the crew operators or not in BO6? The dedicated crew has like map-specific quotes referring to Easter egg steps and interacting with other characters, Whereas the non-dedicated crew just, like, is. Like they act like they do in Cold War, where they're just like, tango down, enemy eliminated. All right, I'm fully set up. Now begins this part of the game.
How do you beat Kane Overcoat?
I agree that having a dedicated crew makes the story more engaging for the player, except the crew just needs to be interesting to play as, which on Black Ops 7, or on Black Ops 6 they're just not, and on Black Ops 7 it seems like the only characters that I ever see people playing as are Nikolai, Richthofen, and Dempsey, and Takio. And even so, they're kind of a shell of their former selves. Yeah, that's another thing. Take any old Zombies map from Black Ops 1 through 4, put it onto modern Zombies, including Cold War, you will instantly ruin that map. Like, it will not be a good map. How did I just ping there? What did I hit?
Lost it.
All the zombies gonna go, goes PhD.
PhD.
I love how they kept the same PhD song for this game, even though it's PhD Slider.
Dead of the night virtual.
That's a very funny one.
You gotta get the flawless record.
Hey, spare account. Did we beat the Call of the Dead world record? No, not yet. How long does it take to reach round 100? On this map, I mean, you can do it in under 2 hours, but I am bad, so it'll be under 3 hours. D-Machine, the first Modern Zombies map they released, is still the best Modern Zombies map. I think D-Machine is the second best map that they've released since D-Machine. The best being, Mauer. The only reason people like Liberty Falls is because Liberty Falls feels like more of a return-ish to what we had before, where it's simple and effective, you know? Do I see a Gersh device on the ground, or am I hallucinating? I haven't seen one yet. Those are really rare. Hope everyone had a good Valentine's Day. Yeah, that's a good point. Happy belated Valentine's Day, everyone. Yeah, listen. I will fundamentally disagree with people that say that Black Ops 6 or Black Ops 7 is a good game. I think that's just objectively not true. But you are allowed to have fun. Like, if that's what you like, go for it. I just think that it's like... I just think that it has fundamentally ruined what Zombies was about. That doesn't mean that nobody's allowed to enjoy it. Black Ops 6 and 7, best we got since BO3? No.
What?
Black Ops 4 and Cold War are both better.
Didn't feel sick. Most people wouldn't agree that BO4 is better than BO3, even though I do.
I've said this a lot.
I think BO4 is a more interesting game than BO3. And people say BO3 is so good because of Chronicles, but the Chronicles maps just aren't very good.
All of the Chronicles maps, for the most part,
way more than half of them aren't very good. Like, they're worse than the originals.
the Chronicles maps are either equal to or worse than the original. There's no Chronicles map that is better than its original counterpart.
Good 3 for us.
What makes Cold War better than Black Ops 6 and 7? Two things. One, on Black Ops Cold War, I said this earlier. Are you high? No. I will be later tonight. I actually have been sober for the last 9 days. Which, I know that not all of you know me, but that's kind of a lot for me. And the reason why is because when my grandmother booked the cruise that we went on, we booked it through the casino because we both gamble. And they told us, yeah, you will have free drinks on the cruise.
Oh.
And then we get on the cruise, and they were like, oh, sorry, they didn't
like
mark
one
that
free
on your...
drink a day.
No, they were like, sorry, they didn't mark that on your thing. You have to pay for your drinks. And we were like, but the casino's
bro?
the one who gave us this trip. And they were like, oh, you gotta talk to the casino host. So we talked to the casino host, and she's like, sorry, you haven't been on this cruise line in like 2 years. So like you lost all of your status, and you gotta like play to earn it all back. Except the reason why we haven't been on that cruise line is because my grandfather was sick for a little over 2 years, and my grandmother didn't take any vacations. She was taking care of him. This is the first real vacation that we've been on since he passed, which was back in September, but... And so we didn't get free drinks. So I paid for some drinks. I paid for a drink the first night. I paid for a couple drinks. The fun thing, I was on the cruise for the Super Bowl, so... it was actually cool. Like, they were like, yeah, we're not even gonna like have a comedy show or like a big production the day of the Super Bowl. They literally just opened up the big theater on the ship and just played the Super Bowl on the projector. And it was honestly a cool vibe. Like, there was tons of people there. We were all having a good time. And it was very funny because it was Patriots fans there and everyone else. Including the Seahawks fan. I'm sorry for your loss. That's okay. It was... How many months ago? September? I'm already past the grieving stage. My grandmother's still not doing great, but I love her a lot. I'm very close with her. This was a vacation. It was just me and my grandma. Nobody else from my family came because my parents were busy. My brother works. My sister's in school. So this was really nice. It was relaxing. Plus, the warm weather was so nice.
Infected threat clear.
But yeah, they didn't give us free drinks, which really annoys me because like other cruise lines just give free drinks to everyone. Like, not only was it not free drinks, the drinks were fucking expensive. I ordered like one vodka Red Bull and they were like, yeah, that'll be $33. I was like, that's fucking ridiculous. So I had a few drinks, but for the rest of the cruise, I just stayed sober for the most part, which was fine because I had like 2 days where like I was genuinely like, holy shit, I'm feeling withdrawal symptoms because I've been high every day for too long. But then once I got used to it, I was like, okay, I can sleep. My mood is better. I'm feeling fine. I told you with a straight face that'd be $33 and you didn't assault them. I was getting into Super Bowl mood, and also they were playing the national anthem while they were having this conversation with me. I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking. But yeah. That's sort of my philosophy, Seth, is it's a part of life, you know? It sucks when you lose someone you're close to, but you just gotta be happy for the memories you have. You just gotta, you know, and especially in my grandfather's case, he was 85. He had a good, long life. I had 25 years of memories with my grandfather. That's more than most people can get. And I said, like, you know, how much time does anyone really get with their grandparents at the end of the day?
I just got a Carpenter.
Carpenter. You know what's really funny is Cold War actually reversed the change that Black Ops 4 made, where carpenters are determined by the number of broken windows. And I believe the drop cycle's normal in this game. Yeah, so I did. So okay, here's the other nice
Can
thing.
you get back-to-back max ammos on Cold War?
I think you can get multiple max ammos on one round. It's just that there's a lot of drops in the cycle. Here's another thing that was good about the cruise. For those of you that were wondering, yes, I did gamble on the cruise, obviously, because the casino paid for my cruise. I left with $1,015 profit. So, not only did I have a good vacation, I didn't miss much work anyway. Made some money.
Semtex out. Semtex out. Hostile down.
I didn't realize there was insta-kill.
Down you go.
Got an exfil option, strike team.
Semtex out! Semtex out! Oh wait, what character am I? I normally choose my character, but I think I forgot to. Because Then bro went back to the casino and lost it all? Nope. Left,
That's not how you roll.
At my peak, I think my highest point, I was up 1,300, and then on the very last day, I took like, I was up $1,225, and I had $210, and I said, I'm gonna put $210, $70 a spin on 3 spins of roulette, and we'll see what happens. And then I lost. But I was like, I'm up 1,000, I am leaving up 1,000, I'm done playing. How much intimate time did you get to spend on the cruise? None. The cruise was just me and my grandma.
Zombie down. Sending decoy. Semtex out. Enemy destroyed.
I've never played as this character on Cold War. I always like to play as Woods,
Extraction window
but
closed.
I don't know. She's cool. OTPHJ? I don't know what that means.
Rainy turret drop. Decoy up. This one out.
Holy shit balls, an invisible drop. It's a goddamn double points.
You're a woman called Song? There's no... How do I... Oh. Oh, wait. I don't have any other gestures equipped. I was wondering if I had any gestures that show me in third person so I know who I'm playing as. I guess I could turn on, Why is there just a mute sound option? That's very interesting. Can I turn on, subtitles? Where's subtitles? Oh, subtitles. Let's see what character I'm playing as.
Tango fully expired.
Yeah, it's Song. Okay. Okay, hot take. I think that subtitles on most Zombies games look very clunky, but also it's extremely good as a quality of life feature, and it does surprise me that older games did not have it. Especially because I would not be surprised to find out that there's probably a lot of deaf people who play this game. And so now they get to experience the characters too. Can we do something about the constant zombie elimination captions? Nope, not on Cold War, unfortunately. Usually do the same strat but with the base DIE. It's fun doing it the way you're describing, except the problem is the base DIE can crash your game. Gotta use the ray gun.
Spread the infected hostile.
How curvy is Song's character model compared to BO2? She's in BO2? Isn't Rambo paid DLC in this game?
Sending decoy.
The DIE won't crash your game for like 200 something rounds, but if you use it past round 250, you'll crash. Specifically, the sucking in ability can crash your game. Why the M4? This one? It literally, like, your second weapon doesn't matter. It's just any weapon that you want to put Shatterblast onto. And I just said, all right, fuck it, this is on the wall. This is good enough. That's why. That's it. That's the only reason why.
Sending decoy. Neutralize the zombie.
Yeah, like, this is, you know, referring to the title of the stream. That's another example of, like, this game has really ruined the flow of zombies, and one of the ways that it has done so is... Oh shit, I didn't even realize he left the call. one of the ways that this game has sort of ruined the flow of zombies is that ammo is more accessible than ever. The fact that with Mule Kick, zombies just drop ammo, and that ammo is buyable everywhere. Will I do a video on shotgun rank on BO2 and how the system works? I could do a video on that. I'm not opposed to doing a video on that. It's just that it's a topic that has already been covered quite extensively by other YouTubers. And the answer is, your rank in Black Ops 2 is determined by your ratio of rounds to downs. The more rounds that you survive without going down, or like the more rounds that you survive with fewer downs, the higher your rank is gonna be. The only thing I don't remember off the top of my head is I don't remember specifically what the ratios are for each rank, but you can find that information pretty accessibly. And like, I'm happy to make a video going into detail, but like, the fact that I can summarize it like that in about 25 seconds. Is the Colt Commando in this game? I don't know. If you quit, does it count as down? No, only downs count as downs. Gonna go with food, then keep playing? All right. I'm gonna play for probably another hour to hour and a half. And I'll probably make it past round 100 in that time, but... But I'm just gonna play until like 5:30-ish. I feel like I've been good lately at mitigating stupid downs. Is it not 15 rounds to downs? I don't know the exact number. I think it's more than 15. You have a tile counting system in Mahjong? But it's also why, like, all of the tutorials that say, like, oh, just start on round 20 and then, like, finish a round without going down, that actually doesn't really work, because that doesn't count as 20 rounds survived. That counts as 1 round survived. If you start on round 20, that is. I think Cold War is easiest to get round 100. It depends on the map. I think, in general, Cold War is one of the easiest games overall. But, like, there are certain maps, like Dead of the Night, Revelations, that are generally really easy to get to 100. I would argue Revelations is probably easier than this map, in some ways. Die Rise is deceptively tricky. It's not that difficult, but... like, some people struggle with, like, having zombies randomly hitting you, or generally just, like, not falling off the platform. I mean, that sounds about right. Like, I know that a lot of the changes, even with... This is even true about Black Ops 3 and 4, but especially with Cold War. A lot of the changes were made to make it easier for people to get to round 100. They saw round 100 as this thing that so many people have sought after, but on the older games, very few people actually have the time to achieve or put in the effort to achieve. They wanted round 100 to be accessible to everyone. Which I agree with that completely. I agree with the idea that round 100 should be accessible to most players and it should be easy. What I disagree with the design of the modern games is round 100 should be easy. Round 999 or 935 or whatever the cap is, should not be possible. What I believe is it should be very easy to get to round 100. The zombies' health works the same way it does. Everything's really strong. Round 100 should be accessible in only a couple hours. But once you hit round 100, what should happen is you get a screen that says, you win. And it will say, would you like to exfil or would you like to continue playing into endless mode? And if you continue playing, that's when you sort of take the training wheels off. The zombie's health starts to scale exponentially to the point where almost nothing can kill. That's when everything should get stronger. All the weapons should get weaker. Things like that. Also, there just shouldn't be a round cap, but like if there is going to be a round cap, don't make it humanly possible. Why do you play with the ray gun, not other guns? The ray gun's the best weapon in this game. You should get the windscreen after you max pap gold rarity your guns. I don't think that's an indicator, because you don't need max pap gold rarity to like get to high rounds necessarily. You could just use traps. Ray K? Ray K is not better than the ray gun, but it is the best weapon on Firebase Z, because there is no ray gun on Firebase Z.
Exfil option over.
Wouldn't the win screen be playing to reset? On older games, in some ways, yes. Like, I wouldn't say that's a win screen, I would say that's a kill screen, right? If you think of like how Donkey Kong has, or I guess Donkey Kong's kill screen was recently solved, right? But like Pac-Man has a kill screen. Once you hit level 255 on Pac-Man, the game breaks. And like older games have a kill screen. Reset is the zombies equivalent of a kill screen. Didn't somebody recently like get past the kill screen on Donkey Kong? Like for the first time ever? Yeah, they could also make it around 115. I'm fine. Listen, I just think like conceptually, I think that zombies should have like a preset, like if you survive this many rounds, you win, you have beat the map, but then you can continue playing or you can choose to exfil. And some people will just say like, oh, I got to round 100, 115, whatever they decide it is, and I decided to exfil and I had fun and I feel accomplished. And it also gives players who are new to the game something specific to work towards that directly involves getting high rounds, right? Because right now, the only quote-unquote thing to work towards is completing Easter eggs. But I think that zombies shouldn't be primarily about beating Easter eggs. It should also be about high rounds, which is what it originally was about. When are we continuing Call of the Dead? To be determined. The next 2 weeks are just like extremely busy for me work-wise, so the streams are gonna be a little bit scarcer, and like Jake and I need to sort of sit and find some time that we're both free. But we will get to it probably in the next month or so. Least favorite BO1 map? This is a hot take, because I believe that BO1 has the best selection of maps. There isn't really a bad BO1 map, in my opinion. But if I had to pick a least favorite, I would honestly say Noctur and Toten. But if you don't count Noctur and Toten, I would say... if you don't count... I don't know what I would say. Kino 5 Ascension, Call of the Dead, Shang Mu. I would probably say Kino is the worst. but also Kino's like an A tier map for me. Does that make sense? I think Kino's the worst, but they're all good. Maybe Shang. I like Shang a lot, though. I do think it's a difficult map, but I think it's a perfect example of, like, just because it's difficult doesn't mean it's not fun. Shang is very fun. Probably gonna hop on when the new Alpha Omega map comes out. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm quite surprised that they're remaking Nuketown yet again. It also disappoints me that, like, every single time something like this happens, like, it's been leaked for weeks ahead of time. Why is Treyarch or Activision just so bad at, like, not leaking the fucking game? Is that a crazy thing to ask? I mean, I think story-wise, Tag der Toten did the best with the resources that they had. As soon as they recognized, like, hey, we're not going to be able to do as much DLC as we wanted. We're not going to be able to do, like, an Ether Great War map. Tag der Toten was sort of just what had to come out, I think. It still disappoints me to this day that we never got the Great War map.
Chopper clearing out.
Oh, can I pet this dog? Huh. Maybe the war map was one of the cancel. I get the feeling that the original plan was not to remake Nuketown and Call of the Dead. I get the feeling that the original plan was they were gonna have 4 more DLC maps, 2 more Chaos maps, 2 more Ether maps. And I think that the 2 more Ether maps would have been, like, Victus leading up to Blood of the Dead, or, like, Victus leading to whatever the Tag der Toten replacement would have been, and also a Great War map. I believe that's, you know, the maps that never came to be that we would have gotten. Origins remake, I would have hoped not. But Nuketown remake is really interesting. It's definitely a decision, that's for sure. Nice round, by the way. I don't know if I would call the Tomb an Origins remake. I honestly don't know why the Tomb has the Ice Staff or why the Tomb exists.
Tango fully expired.
But
Just a kill.
that was a quick round.
Zombie down.
Best feature from Modern Zombies is the save and quit feature. That I completely agree with. Fundamentally speaking, I think that, like, save and quit just makes high rounds more accessible to more people, and that is 100% a good thing. I think it would have been a good thing if the older games had save and quit. There's features that we use today that make it equivalent to, like, hibernating your PC and whatnot, but I think that genuinely back in the day, they just did not design the game around the understanding that people would literally pour hundreds of hours into a single run, you know? Do you think we ever get the Lost Paris map? I don't know if we'll ever get a Paris map. Megaton going to be a boss zombie for Paradox Junction? Are you asking me or are you telling me? Because the answer is I don't know. I wouldn't hate to see the Megaton return. I would, I guess, like to see a slightly more newer and more interesting enemy that isn't Oscar. What if they remade Transit? Burger Town with elemental liquefiers? Yeah, I mean, Ashes is considered a Transit remake, but like I was talking about this on stream another time. The idea of remake versus remaster versus reimagining. The way I see it is remaster is, or actually remake versus remaster versus reimagining. The way I see it, remaster to me is like a fancy way of saying a port. So remaster would be Zombies Chronicles, right? You take the same exact map, you put it in the modern engine. Remaster would also include the World at War maps on Black Ops 1. Right, take old maps, put them in a modern engine.
Exfil option over.
Okay, this is gonna be annoying. Hold on. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm just focusing on this Megaton.
War machine going hot. Sit this one out.
Whereas, okay, is there a free ray gun on this map? There's not. You just have to hit the box for it. Would BO3 Chang be labeled as a D-Master? Do you think we ever see the bows again, like the Ice Staff and the Tomb? I don't know. Black Ops 7 doesn't have any Black Ops 7 doesn't reuse wonder weapons so far, right? The Ashes wonder weapon and the Astro wonder weapon are both original. I guess we'll see what wonder weapons we get on the Nuketown map. Yeah, remaster, you up the textures, you put it in the new engine. Reimagining, or no, remake, I believe, remake, or like, remake, I imagine as the Black Ops 4 Ether maps, right? Same location canonically, but very different map. Right? That's Classified, that's Tag der Toten, that's also The Giant, right? Same location canonically, different map. And then remake is, or whatever, the third one is D Machine, whereas this is Nacht der Untoten, but it's really not Nacht der Untoten. Or Ashes, where it's Transit, but it's not Transit. Right? You could argue, yeah, it's a Transit reimagining. It's not Transit, though. It is, but it's not the same location. It's not the same map. This is Nacht der Untoten, but it's not Nacht der Untoten. one could theoretically argue that about Revelations. I think that Revelations is, in fact, an original map. The point of Revelations is to be a meshing of all of the maps prior, and that's by design, because that's how the story played out, that he ripped all of these maps out of their original locations and dimensions to make this amalgam of maps. Revelations is not a remaster or a reimagine, it is an original map. Yeah, that's what it is, Rifler. Remaster is same map, same mechanics, maybe you put in a different engine. Chronicles, World at War maps, and Black Ops 1, right? That. Remake is same map, different idea. Alpha, Omega, Classified, Tag der Toten, Blood of the Dead, The Giant. And then reimagine, completely change it, only keep something similar. D Machine, Ashes. That's basically it. And yeah, D Machine, Ashes. I guess you could argue Transit, including Noct, is like, that's more of an Easter egg, I wouldn't say. I'm forgetting which terms go to which things, but those are the three types of let's bring back a map. Those are the three types. Can we all agree on that? If we might not agree on what we call which one, but I think that's not relevant. I think we all agree. Those are the three types of they want to bring a map back. You either keep it exactly the same and just put it in the new engine, or you change a few things, but it's canonically the same location, or you keep some map layout stuff the same, but canonically it's a completely different map. Is Ascension in Rev? Ascension is not featured in Rev. Rev has Noct, Verrucht, Kino, Shang, Mob, Origins, Derizen. And then there's like elements of other maps, but those are the only maps that are just directly featured. Yeah, Ascension not being in Rev and being in Ashes is an interesting choice for sure. I didn't hear the Megaton. Oh. Where you eat? Jersey Mike's. What enemy from Cold War Zombies would I want to return? Probably the Megaton would be like the one that I think would work well. Yeah, well, like the Verrucht section of Revelations has those like Zetsubo tubes, and that's when I say like elements of Zetsubo. Also, it also has the spiders. Also, like, the section between Mob of the Dead and Origins has elements of the tunnels from Buried. But, like, that's such a tiny section that, like, you can barely call that the Buried section. It's not nearly as prominent as the Origin section, the Noct section, the whatever, you know. Any decoys on the ground? No.
Stand by. Red the infected hostile.
What perk would I rather have from BO4 instead of Death Perception?
Enemy appears KIA. Sending decoy.
Good question. Where's armor? Why is there no armor on the ground? I would rather, from BO4, I'd probably rather have Blood Wolf Bite. I don't know why Wisp T is a new perk when Blood Wolf Bite exists. You know? I need armor. I'm gonna get armor. Yeah, especially because Wisp T is terrible. Yeah, I can't stand when people are like, oh, Rev isn't an original map, it's a remake. What map is it a remake of then? And then you follow it up with, how can one map be a remake of 10 other
Piloting
maps?
war machine. Neutralize the zombie. Decoy up.
You going to play the upcoming BO7 Nuketown map? Nope. Rev is just lazy? I disagree. I think Rev is perfect for where it fits in the story.
Piloting war machine. Hostile down.
I agree that Rev is overhated. I think that Rev is a good map. I think the one thing that does make Rev's design not very good isn't the map design itself, it's the fact that it has the Thundergun and the Apothicon Servant and the Ragnaroks. Like, having access to two of the best wonder weapons of all time and one of the best specialists of all time makes high rounds so easy. Three insta-kills? What do you mean? Oh, 3 insta-kill wonder weapons?
Still available.
Well, I don't hate the concept of the jump pads just because the map takes place in space. How would I feel about Infection being my next 100? I would feel very annoyed.
Sending decoy. Semtex.
Why is there another Megaton already? I just killed the other. Why is there no decoys and Semtexes on the ground? Okay, here's what I would change about Rev. First of all, if I could change Rev, I would actually have more sections. It'd be cooler if they included more zombies maps than what they had. But also, I would... This is a small change. I would have had Brutus be a third special enemy. It would have been cool to have Brutus and the Panzer and the Margwa all at once. You heard him vote for Infection? I don't know the first thing about that map. I've never played that map in my life. Where are my decoys? When does the vote open? When I upload the Mob of the Dead video, which will probably be tomorrow.
Don't be down.
Where are my decoys?
Firing war machine.
There we go. Lex as a source. What happened with Lex? I don't know all the details, if I'm being honest.
Sit this one out.
If I want to talk about his channel specifically, I feel like he hardly plays the game and it's all just React content. And my problem with it specifically isn't that it's React content, it's that every time he reacts, he just, like, gets shit wrong. Like, he's constantly just, like, saying, oh, this is how it works, and he just is wrong.
Decoy up. Semtex out. Fully expired. EKIA.
Isn't there multiple videos on that, Z-Slayer? By the same guy?
Brain eater drone. Sending decoy.
I find it funny that BO1 players hate Rev in general, even though it's literally the BO3 equivalent of most of the older maps. All the wonder weapons are in the box and you only need to build a shield. Yeah, but it's not about how you obtain the wonder weapons. The setup does not determine how much people like a map. it has to do with the fact that you have two of the most overpowered wonder weapons of all time and an overpowered specialist, which actually makes it so if you play with megas, you can literally camp all the way to 255 and you just don't run out of ammo. And if you're playing with classics,
Window open.
you like don't run out of ammo until the 200s. Like you just sit there. It plays nothing like older maps.
That's a kill. Hiring war machine.
You want a challenge?
Enemy appears KIA.
How would you even balance AATs? Just one... actually, the way you balance AATs is do what you did on Black Ops 4. Make it so, like, yeah, you can kill with them on high rounds, it's just not the thing that you rely on at all. Because the fact is, AATs as a concept just is never going to be balanced, because AATs make it so that every single weapon in the game is viable. And I just fundamentally disagree with that concept that every single weapon should be viable. I think that some weapons should suck.
Frag the infected hostile. Hiring war machine.
Exo window closed, Frankie.
No drops is definitely a step in the right direction, but like if the AATs kill easily and you can buy ammo for them off the wall, that's just a fundamental flaw.
Sending decoy. Semtex out.
Hey, Cowrie, how's it going?
Sit this one out. Down you go. Shut up.
How was my vacation? It was good. It was very relaxing.
Zombie down.
But also I'm glad to be back, you know? Ooh. Good dog.
Decoy up.
You just had a disturbing thought. What? The Sniper Waff, I don't think is infinite damage on tag. What? Why are they spawn all the way down there? Okay.
Got an exfil option, strike team.
Roblox round 100 when? I've never played Roblox in my life. Round 20 was like 45 minutes ago. Sounds about right. Yeah, round 100 on this map is super quick. Like, this is gonna be a less than 3-hour stream, probably. Okay, I know I said I was gonna stream for longer, but I am starting to feel a little tired just because I got up at 6 in the morning today to get off the ship and drive back. So I think I'm gonna get off when I hit round 100, but I probably will continue this game tomorrow. I'm not gonna exfil. I'm gonna play this all the way out, and we'll see if I can get 935. Maybe. Maybe. Getting off cruise ship so early is just BS. Well, I wanted to get home. But they were also like, you needed to get out of your staterooms by 8 a.m. And so we hopped off the ship at like 7:30. We ate breakfast and we were like, that's enough. Should you enable Hibernate on your PC? 100%. Because that way your game, if you have a game that you want to play over multiple sessions, it can survive overnight. It can survive a power outage. It's crazy that Semtex still kills at this point. Well, the zombies have a health cap. That's like, when we talk about the title of the stream, why this game is flawed, that's one of the things. The zombies do not get stronger on higher rounds. It caps out so early that everything can kill. You can use whatever you want. Seems there's like BO4 with difficulty. Yeah, there's no more difficulty options in this game, which is really unfortunate. It's just always on easy difficulty. What an annoying time for a Megaton to spawn.
Frag the infected hostile.
Because I hate when the Megaton survives through the round transition like this. Return of the Chungus. Megaton is the most interesting modern enemy we have had, and I think it is the only one truly that is perfectly balanced. It is just annoying. It is just not annoying. It is just difficult enough that you do have to pay attention to when it spawns. But at the same time, if you know what you're doing, it's not that difficult to deal with. But also, if you don't know what you're doing, it is difficult to deal with. And I think that's a good thing. Can you use the M79 for this strat? It's not nearly as good on this map. Mostly because the zombies' spawn points are kind of far away from each other. The ray gun's just better. That was a nice round. How long is a round? Like a minute, not even. Does splash damage with the ray gun work the same on Cold War? It does, but I have PhD, so I don't have splash damage. So I guess that is also the same, so yeah. I'm gonna get off when I hit round 100, so that's gonna be like 5 minutes.
Sending decoy. Semtex out. Hostile is fired. Sending decoy. Semtex out. Wasted them.
Yeah. Call of the Dead and Mob of the Dead had a very unfortunate ending. I feel like it was made specifically for people with ADHD. In some ways, yes. I cannot stand all of the text and all the bullshit that's on my screen at any given time. I fucking hate kill feeds and zombies. I'm very glad that Black Ops 6 did allow you to get rid of that. Hey Patrick, how's it going? I'm sorry to say you might have come in at a slightly bad time because I will be ending stream when I hit round 100.
Semtex.
But thank you for stopping in. I'm gonna stream tomorrow, so not the last opportunity. Don't you worry. I shouldn't have activated that. Oh well. $115 or no GGs. I want to take a nap before my friends show up later. Yeah, the medals also piss me off. BO6 and BO7 look better than this, only because you can disable the mini-map and the medals and the kill feed. if you couldn't disable that, those games would be a lot worse. Like, this is another one of the reasons, like, I think this game has a lot of problems, but it does give you a lot of dopamine. Like, the fact that you see right in front of your face on the screen, like, the number of kills and all that, like, it triggers a dopamine response, is what it does. Grandfather's coming to town. Nice. Yeah, I got 2 friends coming over. Have I finished the mob guide? It is done, and it will be uploaded tomorrow. But it is done. I'm waiting. Okay, here's the problem. I emailed the thumbnail guy and said, hey, can you get me a thumbnail? And I haven't heard back from him. Which is the only reason I haven't uploaded it yet, actually. And I kind of want to get the video out, but I kind of don't want to wait for him to respond. I want to ping him again, but I might have to do my own thumbnail, but it might not be as good. But I don't know. If anyone wants to help me with a thumbnail, let me know. Shoot me a DM. I'm willing to take up to 3 thumbnail submissions and do the A/B testing and see how it goes. Where do you find the hibernate setting? Okay, I don't remember off the top of my head, but what I can tell you, if you go to my Shadows of Evil 255 video, the Shadows of Evil 255 world record, at the beginning of that video, I explain all of the settings that you need. I believe it's that video. It might be the 100 video. I'm pretty sure it's that video. I show every single PC setting that you need.
Decoy up. Semtex out.
How do you leave the game open on BO3 on Xbox Series X? You play on local and you do quick resume. That can also survive a power outage.
Sit this one out.
What map am I doing next? To be determined. So happy they changed it to 1 salvage. That I agree with. I wish it was 0 salvage. I wish it was just points for everything, but if they're gonna do a salvage, having them be separate is just clunkier overall. Alright, this is the last round I'm playing. Do Gorod Grovey. I don't want to do Gorod Grovey. You'll have to comment that on the mob video tomorrow. Do the exfil? I'm not exfilling because I'm going to continue this game.
Sending decoy.
Okay, well, I'm actually not going to stop right this second because this guy is going to be a pain in the ass. And I want to make sure that I end the round without a megaton in my face. So let me kill him, and then I'll end the round, and then I'll end the stream. Get out of my face! There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna end stream.
Exfil window available.
Alright. Easter egg giving an infinite verhives on Gorod is dumb. I agree. Nukes are just slower. Yeah. For the most part. They do take away half the health of the Megaton, so there are situations where you can go for it and have it be helpful, but you usually just don't get nukes. Alright. But, I'm glad to see everyone back here. I missed you all. I'm happy to have you all back. Thank you all for watching. I will be back tomorrow to continue this game, and also the Mob of the Dead video will be uploaded tomorrow. If I gotta make my own thumbnail, I will. We'll figure that out. But that's where I'm gonna leave it off. Thank you all for watching. Am I going for 935? Yeah, I think I am. Because, you know, why not? It's a chill map, but it's fun. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all tomorrow. All right. Goodbye, everyone.